Hello, this is Chandria Campos, and today I'm presenting to you some information on my research paper entitled Gender Nonconformity in Religion. It's an analysis of variance in gender and its relationship to religion. All right, these are a few of the terms that are used very often within my research paper and that may come up later within this presentation. Biological sex as it relates to anatomy, designating males and females, gender, describing the roles placed on or the obligations that are placed upon male and female individuals within a society, sexuality, your sexual preference, and I also included the term Western society. I felt like I should clarify it because it came up earlier in courses in the course, and it's going to be used to refer to customs, political systems, religion, and beliefs that have some association with Europe within this slide and my research paper. What exactly is gender nonconformity? It's defined as a state in which a person has physical and behavioral characteristics that do not correspond with those typically associated with the person's sex, as defined by Merriam-Webster. This definition also is mirrored in a lot of the references that are used for this paper and presentation. Gender nonconformity is also referred to as gender variance. So you're going to see those two terms used interchangeably. And this does not necessarily correlate with an individual's sexuality, just so that's made clear. Just because someone chooses to identify as a female as opposed to a male, this does not implicate that an individual is homosexual. Conformity in religion, there's a beautiful recreation of Shiva Nataraja right there. The choice to live life as the opposite sex or as something other is significant, and it's normally an irreversible choice in Native American and Hindu and Indian societies. Sometimes gender nonconforming individuals may go as far as to quote unquote emasculate themselves, which is to completely rid themselves of their male sexual organs in order to better adhere to what they're trying to do as far as their role within their religion or society. The choice can stem from spiritual beliefs that are validated by dreams, actions, or identification with the deity. The Hijra of Hindu religion typically identify with Shiva or Arjun. These are two Hindu gods, deities that the Hijra are typically associated with. Living as a gender variant can have both negative and positive connotations, and we're going to get into that later within the slide. Society, although they're willing to accept the roles that gender nonconforming individuals play in rituals, can sometimes be judgmental or in some cases even hostile towards these same individuals. Transformation is a theme that we're going to see is central in a lot of creation stories associated with the Hindu, with many religions, but in particular we're going to be discussing the Hindu religion and spirituality of Native American tribes. You've probably been asking yourself what exactly is or who exactly are the Hijra. They are male-bodied people who identify as female and sacrifice their male genitals to a goddess in return for spiritual prowess. Sometimes they're referred to as the third gender in South Asia, and they practice emasculation as a religiously inspired ritual sacrifice, in return for which the Hijra becomes spiritually powerful with the capacity to both bless and curse. They are based in both the Hindu and Muslim religions, often exclusively and without conversion to the other. A lot of the traits that we're discussing within this PowerPoint presentation and that are present within my research paper pertain to the Hijra of the Hindu religion. A little bit of information about the Two Spirits people. These are individuals in Native American spirituality and religion that take on the role of women within a society. Now, this is not to say that these individuals are not participating in quote-unquote male-oriented activities either. There's even a famous two-spirits person finds them and kills them. We discussed him in one of my cultural anthropology courses, who was one of the most brave and well-known warriors within the Crow Native American tribe. So one of the things that I wanted to focus on for this research project was the roles that gender nonconforming individuals have within our society. So before I address the religious and spiritual aspect of it, I'd like to focus on how they're treated day to day within society. Both the Hijra and the Two-Spirit individuals have experienced varying degrees of hostility from within their own societies and from outsiders. Sometimes it's not necessarily hostility, there's just indifference or refusal to kind of acknowledge the presence of these individuals within a society. Colonists and visiting scholars equated the lifestyles of gender nonconforming individuals with homosexuality and have even referred to them and their partners negatively. Now, an interesting tidbit is that sometimes gender nonconforming individuals are seen as lucky or blessings, and so there are quote-unquote normal males that participate in sexual activity with them just for the blessing or for the good luck, and this was seen negatively. It's oftentimes that individual that decides to engage the gender nonconforming individual is the person who's actually being taunted or mocked, as opposed to the gender nonconforming individual who is a blessing or good luck or sacred. Two spirits were at one point referred to as being a product of institutionalized homosexuality. Now, Hindu culture has a love-hate, actually the Hindu religion, I apologize for that, Hindu religion has a love-hate relationship with Hijras, that it elevates them religiously, but mocks, fears, and shows contempt in social situations. A Hijra doing a traditional dance, it's very beautiful actually. It's not during a religious ceremony in particular, but it is an example of the kind of dancing, the kind of banter that you're going to get that is seen in Hindu weddings, births, things like that. Now, as far as blessings go, one of the aspects of gender nonconforming individuals' roles within their specific religion or spirituality is the fact that they're capable of giving you blessings. Something that protects them is also their ability to curse. And this is evident in how they're addressed or how cautious people are when referring to gender nonconforming individuals in Hindu religion. And the motivation that is seen or that drives an individual to become gender nonconforming or a gender variant was the main topic of my research. Some of the questions were, what importance do gender nonconforming individuals have within their respective faiths? Are those roles a result of wanting to be devout followers of a religion or an attempt to escape the confines of an undesirable lifestyle that's imposed on them? Are there benefits and disadvantages? Is there a practical element to gender nonconforming individuals' roles as it relates to religion? So some of the things that I saw are included on this slide. And these are the three most repeated reasons for individuals to take on the role of gender nonconforming or individuals within a religion or within society. One is identifying with deities and spiritual symbols, and we've gone over this. Hijras identify with the Hindu deities Arjuna and Shiva, while two spirits are often believed to have been spoken to through dreams by spirits that confirm their roles within society. Another reason or another motivation is this is a theory actually, was that those with an aversion to masculinity in Native American tribes are using their gender nonconforming roles in order to avoid the competitive nature of being a male within this society. Which also would lead to access to a higher social status without the risk of death or not being seen as a competitive male. Both the Hijra and the two spirits are treated as sacred beings for participating in religious or spiritual rituals and events. Thus, they're both given elevated social status. And these are just theories. These are not definitive reasons for why individuals are taking on these lifestyles. Some people feel it's a calling. There's a host of them. Okay, these are a few of the references that I've used to compile the information used within this slide. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to contact me at ccampos@augusta.edu. Thank you so much for viewing this.